Good morning and welcome back to the channel. I've come out to Cannock Chase this morning. It's only about 45 minutes away from home, with a view to try and find some mushrooms to photograph. I've been inspired by a lot of mushroom images that I've seen this week and wanted to have a go at myself. It's something I've never done before, so I've no idea what I'm doing, but I've been inspired by, as I say, quite a few of the photographers in Steve's Thumbs Up photography group. Tanya Maria, Pete Kennington, John Punett, some incredible images. So I thought I'd have a go at myself. Now, as I say, I've no idea what I'm doing, but I'm just going to walk around this woodland this morning. It's an area of Cannock Chase I've not been to before, and see if I can find anything worth photographing. The autumn colours are really starting to set in now. You've got some lovely golden, yellow, sort of orange hues coming through on the trees, so there may be some opportunity for some woodland photography as well. But really the plan this morning, as I say, is walk round, take it really easy, and just try and see if I can find something worth photographing. So I haven't found any mushrooms yet, but I have come across this lovely copse of like a family of silver birch trees just behind the camera here. Quite a nice scene. I've opted for a panoramic. I've got the 100 to 400 on, and I'm in at around 300 millimeters. It's a 6-shot panorama, sweeping left to right. I shot it twice, and the reason I've done that is because the sun suddenly came out and started lighting up the scene halfway through the panoramic. So I'm going to reshoot it now because the cloud cover's come back in now, so it's getting a bit more of a softer kind of diffused light, which I think I prefer for this scene because it really does bring out those sort of autumnal colours. So if this one works out, I'll pop it on the screen. This area of Cannock Chase is really stunning, to be honest with you. Steve recommended it to me, and it's somewhere I think I'm definitely going to come back to. But yeah, I'm going to have a walk around now, see if I can find some mushrooms. But as I say, mushrooms or woodland photography, I'm quite happy today. Today really is just about having that nice slow walk around the woods and just seeing what I find. Been walking for about 10 minutes and I've come across this copse of silver birch here. And what I'm doing is I'm just sort of looking really attentively down at the woodland floor here, looking around the wood at the roots of the trees, because from what I've been reading, that's where the mushrooms are likely to be, possibly. I haven't found anything really decent yet. I've come across some mushrooms a minute ago, but they were kind of all half eaten and they just, yeah, didn't look particularly photogenic. So I'm just going to still walk around, just see, take it really slow and see what I can find. But yeah, not looking promising so far. Found some mushrooms. No idea what sort of mushrooms they are. Maybe you can let me know in the comments. But yeah, they're all right, to be honest with you. Not the sort I'm really looking for. I'd love to try and find some of those bright red cat ones, fly agaric or something like that. But yeah, there's basically two next to each other down here. And I've stuck the telephoto lens on. I'm in at around or nearly 400 mil to be honest with you. But I've got right back from the scene just to try and give some compression and also just blur out that background completely. Just to add a bit more dynamic to the scene, I brought along with me an aperture light, something I bought originally in lockdown to do some of a kind of like water painting sort of effects with the camera. But yeah, it's been a great little device, especially for stuff like this, because you can adjust the colour of it, but you can also adjust the actual warmth of the light. I don't know if you can see that on there, probably not. I think the camera's auto adjusting to it, but yeah, it's a great device. You can even change the colour of it. So as you can see, we've got a blue light here. You can cycle through, you've got green, red, like a pinky purple, back to blue, and back to green. So yeah, it's a great little piece of kit. Seems to be doing quite a good job here. So I'm hoping to find some more mushrooms. I don't think this is the best example I can get today, hopefully. In fact, just talking to the camera now, there's a lovely little group just over there. I'm gonna have a look at those in a minute, just spotted them. But yeah, I'd love to try and find some of those red sort of cat fly agarics or agarics, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. But yeah, it's just fun. Just getting out with the camera. Really, what I'm finding with this, I'm just having to really take things nice and slow. Normally when I'm in woodlands, I'm running around trying to find compositions, but here you've really got to slow down, just try and find the mushrooms. And you know, as I say, you walk through too fast, you won't spot them, is what I'm rapidly finding. So this is fun. As I say, I'm going to put this one on screen, go and have a look at the ones I've just seen over there, and yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. So that other set of mushrooms I was on about, I'm not sure it's going to work completely because they are kind of half eaten. But I do quite like the grouping of them. So I took a shot, I took two shots. Well, both at the same focal length, nearly 400 mil again, about 2 meters away from the mushrooms, which is just nicely blurring out the background again. But I've taken one with a light from the side, and then I've actually used my vape to add a little bit of smoke to the scene. Not sure it's going to work, but I just thought I'd try something a little bit different. So I'll put both of those on screen. Let me know which one you prefer. And just a note to all kids out there, smoking is bad. But yeah, let me know what you think anyway. Got another image, not a mushroom this time, but right across the valley over here, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, there's a lovely collection of silver birch trees that are just catching the light. But what really caught my eye with this one was they're all kind of set against some pine trees behind, which are really dark. So you've got that contrast between the light of the bark of the silver birch and the dark in the background. Quite a nice scene, not a particularly difficult one to compose. It's just basically getting the collection, making sure they're balanced and making sure the edges are nice and clear. So yeah, I think it's going to be quite a nice image. I'll pop it on screen now, but yeah, still not found any more mushrooms yet, so I'm going to have a look and see if I can find some more. It's now nearly midday, been out since 6 o'clock this morning. Yeah, having a fantastic morning. I've got a couple of days off work, so really just trying to make the most of it. Oh, found a bench. Yeah, now I'm midday, so I've been here for a good 6 hours. I'm absolutely shattered. So thought I'd sit down, have a coffee I made this morning, and think about what I want to do next. I've still not found any other mushrooms. I've just stopped by this little pool and walked through this little pine forest here. The silver birch around here are looking absolutely stunning, to be honest with you. Absolutely covered in rich gold leaves. So yeah, if I don't find any more mushrooms, I might find a couple more woodland shots. Yeah, basically I've done like a bit of a loop. So I'm sort of heading kind of towards back towards the car now. So I'm going to enjoy this, and yeah, as I walk back towards the car, I'll look out for some other images. Okay, I'm back to the car. I couldn't find any of the mushrooms that I really wanted to photograph this morning. Tell a lie, I found a few, but they were just completely chewed up and just wouldn't have made a decent image. Nevertheless, I've had a fantastic morning. I've really enjoyed just taking this slow approach, just walking through the woods and just seeing what I find. And I think I've got a couple of okay images. But anyway, I didn't tell you earlier, but when I first got here, I just wanted to turn the car around and go home. I just was not feeling it. But I'm so glad that I persevered and just got out there, because as I say, I've really enjoyed myself this morning. I've been here for about 7 hours, so yeah, a bit tired now. But as I mentioned earlier, I'm off for a couple of days now. So I'm planning to get back out with the camera tomorrow. I may even come back over this way, maybe to the usual area, Brockton Coppice of Cannock that I'll go to, and see what I can find around there, because it is predicted potentially to be foggy tomorrow. So I want to try and make the most of that if I can. But yeah, I've really enjoyed this morning. I hope you've enjoyed following me along on this video. As I say, that's me done for this morning. Hope you've enjoyed it. See you soon.